being late to her own live. Crazy behavior. Am I right or am I right? I think that looks okay. I mean, you can't really see though. If I do this, then you can read the sign, even though it is backwards and I didn't even think about that. Oh well. Let's get started right away. I have a lot of axolotls that I need to finish. I have all of their body done. I just need to surface crochet on their little last tail, frill, fin, whatever. Like, I have a lot. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have maybe 10 that I have to do that with. 4? I don't know. So we're gonna do some of them live, hanging out. Happy Thursday. I hope that your Thursday is going well. I know it's a bit earlier on in the day than I usually go live, but I hope that that means I will not be like burnt out of energy within the first 40 minutes. I mean, we'll find out, right? I mean, we'll find out, but I'm hoping not. I'm going to try and center this. Hi, how are you? This guy does not want to sit nicely for me, which is so rude. But yeah, this, if anybody is wondering, is why Crochet's No Sew Axolotl pattern. It is my favorite axolotl pattern. It sells really well. For me, when I make axolotls, I've made it with Bernat Blanket. I've made it with Sweet Snuggles Light. I've also done it with the new Michael's Demi Pearl. And what else? I don't think I've done it with any velvet yarns, but I'm sure that it would work with the velvet yarns. It's, I think, one of the best, and I think maybe not one of like the original axolotl patterns, because I don't think anybody could ever like find what the original axolotl pattern was, considering there's thousands now. But I think it's one of the most popular ones for a good reason. I really enjoy the pattern. I haven't tried any other axolotl patterns, or at least axolotls in this style, but I love this pattern. I did make some modifications to it, of course. You are supposed to, I think you're supposed to chain this little part that I am surface crocheting on and sew it on. I said no. I do not want to sew this like tiny line of fins or whatever on, and so I decided to crochet it on because that's what's easier for me, and I think it's actually a bit faster. So that is what we're working on tonight. I really like axolotls. I think they're super cute. I know they got really popular for being in Minecraft, but I just think that they're cute. I think they're really a unique animal, and I think they come from like one specific lake in somewhere in like South America, and I don't know, I think they're really cute. In high school we read a book from what was he? I don't think he was Colombian. We read a book by this author who, I can't even think of what the book was called, but it was all about this guy who would go to the zoo and go to the like aquarium part of the zoo and see the axolotls, and then I'm giving you a spoiler alert if you really care to read the book that I don't even know what it's called, but spoiler alert, at the end of the book, and it's a very short story, it's like maybe 2 or 3 chapters, the guy ends up switching places with the axolotl, so then he himself turns into the axolotl, and the axolotl, like, they like do like a Freaky Friday thing or whatever, and then he just lives the rest of his life in the aquarium, and the axolotl takes his place. I didn't really like the ending of the book, to be honest, because it didn't provide much of an ending, really. But I think the book, you know, itself, and this guy becoming like obsessed with this one axolotl was interesting, and like a metaphor for things that high school me doesn't really remember. But you know, it's interesting that there's a book written about an axolotl, you know, and it's not a children's book. It's a short story thing. I don't know. But here we have the tale of this guy, complete, crocheted on, super easy. You just have to bury the yarn ends instead of sewing, just like Zaylant, let me know if I said your name right or wrong, said, nobody's got time for sewing. And I agree wholeheartedly. The question is, here, would you like to see my basket of axolotls? These are all the guys we need to finish. I'm thinking I just keep going with the gray. Do those 2 more, and then maybe we'll do the light pink next, since I have 3 light pink, and we'll save some of the one-off colors closer to the end. I don't know, trying to be productive. Market prepping is all about being productive, and batch crocheting. I am a huge advocate for batch crocheting, especially when, you know, it's for a market, or, you know, for your small business. I love batch crocheting. I have now memorized, like, I mean, I've probably memorized like this pattern maybe, just because I batch crochet. And so I highly recommend it if you're ever interested in like doing markets and things. The batch crochet method has made doing markets for me really easy, well, easier, and is something that I really actually enjoy doing. I mean, obviously I just enjoy crocheting, but I really, there's something special about batch crocheting to me that like feels like a really big accomplishment, because like I'm gonna finish 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm finishing, you know, 9 plushies tonight, and that feels like a really big accomplishment, instead of just doing like a whole axolotl, a whole axolotl, a whole axolotl. But there are benefits for both ways, but I just really like batch crocheting. Hi Tarsh, hi Tarsh, from New Zealand. That's amazing. I would love to go to New Zealand. I feel like I hear amazing things about New Zealand. Like, it sounds like such a beautiful place to live, and so I'm very jealous of you right now. But happy Thursday. I hope everything is going well. If you are crocheting, anybody watching, do leave a little comment and let me know what you're crocheting. I love hearing about other people's crochet projects. online, you know, whatever, at markets. I love it when people show me the things that they've crocheted. So I am always interested in hearing what people are working on. Blurple Flamingo 907 would like me to be their mother. I'm 23. And maybe you're younger than that, but like, in my opinion, 23 nowadays is kind of young to be a mom. Also, don't know if I want kids. From Alaska, oh my goodness. That's awesome. I've also heard that Alaska is a very beautiful place to live. I'm big into like watching documentaries and like nature stuff, and so I've definitely seen some stuff about, you know, Alaska landscapes, ecosystems, and things like that. Same with some New Zealand stuff as well. So y'all are coming from very beautiful places. I mean, Minnesota is really pretty and nice. It's just some parts of it are a little flat. They're just a little, you know, like Colorado's beautiful because it has mountains and things like that. I'm like, we don't have mountains. We have a lot of lakes, and lakes are very pretty, but I don't know. And we sometimes get moose, which is exciting, but usually they're like sick because they're in Minnesota. But all the lakes, I know. Blurple Flamingo says, plus I can always do chores around the house. You would be cooler than my biological parents. That's funny. I still live with my parents, and so I'm you in the situation doing chores. You're saying that you're gonna take over my chores? What am I gonna have to do? I'm gonna have to start paying rent. You know? Okay, let me see. See, look, we're already almost done with another axolotl. This is awesome. Zayland, I really hope I'm saying your name right, says, oh no, I'm sorry, Tarsh says, 23 is young. My son is 23 and daughter is 20. She has an 8-month-old son. Ooh. Yeah. I mean, if people want to have kids, have kids. I think in my life and like the way that I see my future and things like that, I'm far too young to be having children at all. Like I just graduated college this spring. But like some people do that. Some people have babies while they're in college. Some people have them and they don't go to college. You know, it's all up to other people. I, for one, don't see myself doing that. All the lakes. Iowa just has corn. For real. I love the state that I live in. I wouldn't want to live in Iowa. There's not a lot of other states in the US that I would want to live in. Other countries? Yeah. Tarsh says, we have beaches, mountains, and lakes all within an hour drive. Oh, I wish. Zayla says, same. I'm a 31-year-old teenager. Right? I'm like, oh my gosh. I just got like, I mean, not just. I've now been working there for 3 weeks, but like I have a sort of big girl job that like uses my degree. And I'm like, wait, what? I'm like doing things. Huh? I'm not in school. I don't have to do homework. This is weird. But I really like it. I like my new job a lot. I just applied to another job, but I haven't heard back from them yet. And I'm a little bit worried. And they didn't ask for my resume, which is a little odd. but I had to fill out like this really long form. And so I think they're just kind of like using that. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe if I don't hear anything within like a week, I'll email, but I don't know. Yarn is expensive there. Oh, do you guys get like the blanket yarns? Do you get, I would cry, like the Bernat blanket or anything? Because yeah, that would be a huge struggle for me because that's my preferred sort of thing for sure. But if it meant that I could live in like a beautiful place with like, yeah, that might have to be the sacrifice I'm willing to make. Or I have to stock up on yarn before I move. I say like I'm totally moving to New Zealand. Hypothetically. Hi, Hope's Art and Crafts. Hope's Art and Crafts. Sorry, I was like reading and then I thought I said your name wrong. I didn't, but I'm doing well. How are you? Sorry, I just lost my needle in this little guy. I'm doing well. I was sick like all last week and I'm finally like getting to being like back to normal, back to like a sort of routine, and that feels nice. It sucks being sick. And I think also just because like I had Lyme's disease, like real bad symptoms in like May and June. I feel like, I don't know, there's something about it that I feel like makes me like get sick worse or something. I don't know. Where like my body's like, I'm still recovering from this other thing. Why are you getting sick? But I'm doing a lot better. I'm much happier to not be sick. I'm happier to be here as well. Okay, we finished this guy. So we've already finished this guy, and Jabebe, just crocheting on their little tail fins. So let's move on to, I think, pink. I think. I don't know where to put this gray. I'm putting this gray behind me. Don't judge. Don't judge. Hi, Golden Gallop. Happy Thursday. Tarsh says we have limited yarn. One place sells Bernat blanket. It's $37. It's $37. Used $21. Premier Basic $14 here. $8. Oh yeah, USD. Got it. $21 USD. I'm like, used. Nope. USD. Got it. Whoa, that's... And I'm sure shipping, I mean, if you were like, well, I guess I'll get it cheaper online, but then you have to pay for shipping, so then is that... that's wild. But you live in New Zealand. Like, that's amazing. Hi, Bella. Happy Thursday. That girl, I'm trying to read your actual username. That girl, that's love. Hi, Bella. I can't read your username. Hi, Bella. Oh my goodness, I give up. I give up trying to read. I wish I could. I'm kidding. I know how to read. It's just, I wish that I could make you guys just a little bit bigger. But, alas, here we are. I don't need new glasses, though. I've been told however many years in a row that I don't need new glasses, which is great because it saves me money. But sometimes I'm like, whoa, you sure I don't need new glasses? Whatever. Bella says, LOL, she's a YouTuber. That's my favorite YouTuber. Ah, I got it. Understood. I'm trying to crochet on this guy's little tail, and it's not working very well. I like your profile picture. It's super colorful. I'm like trying to look at it and I, again, cannot see for the life of me. But it looks very colorful and fun. Okay. His tail is a little bit crooked. I think it's okay. Little guy. I think it's okay. We're saying it's okay, so it's gonna be okay. Because I don't want to redo it. Also, I don't think I could do it better. Because when you crochet in the round, things like to move. A lot. Things like to move. A lot. Okay. And then I'm going to do this. Is that good enough? I'm calling that good enough. I never know how much to cut when like weaving in things. So then I always cut like a lot. And then I feel bad because I feel like I'm wasting it. But I just end up using it for stuffing. Because like that's maybe too much. But I still have to tie it. So maybe not. Maybe. Maybe not. Oh my goodness. I might need to get my really, really long needle at some point. Because this needle keeps wanting to get lost in their bodies. And then that would be really sad. Okay. Okay, we're already almost done with our fourth one. We're averaging like one every 5 minutes, which is awesome because I have a lot more that I have to do. But hey, I am happy to have the company and happy to have the inventory for my next market in 16 days. I can't believe it's already October 2nd. Right? Tarsh says, also it's Friday morning, 11:24 a.m. here, so we are from the future. I love it. I love asking people, like, what time zone they're in, but I feel like, you know, some people are like, I'm here. Or, like, they get asked that probably a lot. And so sometimes I try and refrain, but I really did want to ask you, so thank you for telling me. The pattern that I use for the axolotls, I got in a bundle from Y Crochet. Can I add a comment? I don't know if I can comment on my own thing, which is kind of annoying. Maybe if I go on my computer, I can spell out the name, because sometimes the name is a little difficult. Where am I? Who am I? What's going on? Here. I wonder if I can pin my own comment. Haha! I think I can. Oh! Incredible. I'm learning so much. Oh, I sent it twice? Oh, it pinned it. Never mind. I'm having so many issues. It's okay. But yeah, it is Y Crochet's axolotl pattern. I love it. I think it's called like Lottie the Axolotl. I got it off of their Ko-Fi shop. They recommend that you chain for this little tail part that I'm doing. I don't do that. I just crochet it on. Like somebody said before, nobody's got time for sewing. Which I think is so funny and so true. Although I would say, like, sometimes crocheting things onto crochet can get a little tricky just because, you know, you're in the round and things like to move, but you can always make adjustments, which is why I really love crocheting. I know some people are like, have you ever tried knitting? I have tried knitting and I gave up because I made mistakes and I couldn't figure out how to fix them. And so that's what I love about crochet, is that you can, I mean, if you know that you're making a mistake, which is sometimes not what happens, you can fix it really easily compared to knitting. And I'm sure there are knitters that'll be like, no, it's not that hard. It was really hard for me. I tried really hard. I wanted to make a scarf. I really wanted to. I couldn't. I was dropping stitches and I couldn't pick them back up. Or I don't even know what I was doing. But, yeah. I don't remember what else I was saying. Why crochet? I did make some modifications to the pattern. That was the point. That was the point. There is random little blue fuzzies all over the sky, and I don't really know where they came from. I'm like, they might have come from this guy, but this is also Bernat, and like, for me, Bernat doesn't shed, so I don't know. I don't know what this axolotl got himself into to be covered in blue fuzzies. Don't really know what that is all about. Okay. Look at me. We're already almost done with another one. And we're keeping up with that 5-minute average, which is awesome. Maybe that's a new... Oh, no. Look at it. I did the tail this way. That has to be frogged. I got too distracted talking to you guys. I'm kidding. That I started doing the tail super crooked. And I'm doing it again. Okay. Maybe I need to actually pay attention to what I'm doing, which is so unfortunate. I hate paying attention to what I'm doing. But yeah, I intentionally saved finishing these guys to do on a live, because I knew that doing this on a live would be really easy, so I could talk at the same time and like be an entertaining person instead of sit there in silence, which is, I don't know, I think that might be preferred when you're going live. Who knows? Maybe you guys are like, shut up. But I'm sure somebody would probably come in and say that, considering I keep getting like these people coming onto my channel and like commenting stuff, not like under my shorts. Like, I get it if my short comes up on somebody's feed and they're like, what the heck is this? But somebody clicked into the video and left me a hate comment, and I'm like, really? I mean, thanks for the engagement, but this is kind of cringe. It's kind of cringe. This axolotl is causing me issues, which I guess kind of answered Maddie's question. I am I'm crocheting on some of the final touches for these axolotls. So this is what a finished one looks like. I'm adding on this little tail bit onto a big one, and it has caused, this is I think my 3rd time frogging part of it, which is making me upset because I don't know what I'm like doing wrong. But I think I'm calling this good. That seems lined up. This seems lined up. I think he's okay. Do we think he's okay? I mean, there's a little bit of a weird spot where I have my decreases, but I'm not entirely surprised by that. Because, you know, any decreases or increases will mess with ya. Sometimes you just have to smack them a little bit. Get them back into their right shape. Which sometimes is sad because they're really cute, but you just kind of need to squish them and smack them. Maybe throw them. I always tell people that they can throw, I sell these little guys called Stress Pets. It's a free pattern by Not Jaded Co. And I have a little sign by them that says, like a stress ball but cuter. And and I tell people, I'm like, you can squeeze them when you're stressed, or if you're stressed like at because of somebody else, you can throw the stress pet at them, which maybe is mean, but it's a little crochet thing that's like maybe 2 ounces. Like, it's not. The worst thing would probably be the safety eye if the safety eye hit you. Sorry to itch my eye as I talk about safety eyes. Let me check this guy out. This was my problem child, I think. He's gonna ruin my streak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He did. So now they're taking me more than 5 minutes to do. Because of you. It's your fault. Tarsh asked, do you get more people that come from your YouTube to your Instagram or from Instagram to your YouTube? I think based on like what I have been told by people, I think I get more people from YouTube going to my Instagram, or yeah, I get more people telling me on Instagram that they watch like my YouTube stuff, but I don't get as many people on YouTube telling me that they watch my Instagram stuff. So, but that's just based on what I'm told, and so maybe people on Instagram just don't feel like telling me that. But no, I definitely think a lot of my YouTube audience then goes on to be an Instagram audience as well. But I definitely feel like there's like there's an overlap, but I don't know if there's like a big overlap always between who watches on YouTube and who watches on Instagram. Which, I don't know, might be a good thing. I feel like people on Instagram want short form content, whereas people on YouTube are expecting long form content. So if that's what you're looking for, it makes sense that you would be on that platform more often than the other. Okay, see, look at this one's already going so much better. Zaylin says I overlap. Love, where did you start? Where did you first find me? I'm curious to know. Watch you be like, yeah, I originally found you on Facebook, and I'm gonna, like, crappie flop on the floor. Okay. See, this one, there might be something about the pink ones that are just causing me issues. I hope that the other ones are kinder to me, because these ones are not. They're being mean. Which makes me think of the Taylor Swift song, Mean, which makes me think, isn't her new album coming out today, or is it out today, or am I wrong? I'm not a Swiftie, but like, her thing has been like on my Spotify where it's like, her new album is coming out October 2nd. And I'm like, okay, I don't really listen to her new stuff. I don't really listen to her old stuff either. I mean, I used to. It's definitely like a part of my childhood, but okay, see, this one was better. This one was much better. Zaylent says I overlap, sorry. Tarsh says, do you think YouTube helps your sales? I feel like I'm too old to do YouTube, but I love the idea of it. I think YouTube definitely, well, here's the thing. I don't sell my physical plushies online. So I'm only basing this off of pattern sales. And I do think that YouTube does help my pattern sales, because when I feel like I talk about my patterns more on YouTube than I do on Instagram, which is maybe a thing that I need to work on. But I will definitely like shout out my own stuff on my YouTube videos and things like that more often, I think, than on Instagram. I think also just because like I have more time to, and I'm not constrained to doing like a reel or a post. I can be talking about something and then be like, oh yeah, this, haku pattern that I made. Like, oh yeah, I've never, like I had never crocheted a dragon until I made haku, which is a lie, but like that's an example of like a way that I integrate it more into YouTube. So yeah, I do think that it helps with my pattern sales, but I don't sell my plushies online, so I think that might be maybe not what you're looking for. We only have 4 left. Really? Yeah. Should we do teal? I like teal. Zaylant says probably Instagram. Oh, because I was asking where they found me first. I can't remember. You did answer a business question for me like a year ago or so, so I appreciated that. Love that. People ask questions and I answer them and then I don't remember at all. So, love that. Hi, Babs. Happy Thursday or Friday if you're in New Zealand or, near there. My favorite brand of yarn to use is Bernat Blanket yarn, although I have really, really, really been enjoying the new Michael's Demi Pearl yarn. I think they just need to work on some of their like consistency issues like Bernat had to do as well. But I love Bernat. Everything that I'm crocheting here tonight is with, double checking, everything I'm crocheting here tonight is with Bernat. Yeah. For sure, Bernat Blanket, it's my love. I have a lot of it, obviously. It's kind of a thing. I love blanket yarns. I can no longer really make anything with acrylic, because I began having like, I wouldn't say I want to say it was something adjacent to an allergic reaction. I think it was more like contact dermatitis or something to acrylic yarn, so I no longer use acrylic very much, which is a shame because like there are things I want to make with acrylic. It makes my hands like break out in it, like red, splotchy, whatever, super itchy, swollen, whatever. So blanket yarns, chenilles. I like a velvet, but velvets are really thin, and I don't love that because it takes me the same amount of time to make an axolotl in Bernat Blanket versus velvet, but the velvet's a lot smaller, so then people expect it, or I think people expect it to be a lower price when really it still took me the same amount of time. So I've strayed away from the velvets, despite having a crap ton of it, because my friend who I taught to crochet also stopped liking velvets and then gave me her velvet collection. So I have a lot. I just don't love it as much. Babs says that they also use Bernat Nice. Yeah, I think it's it's the texture of it, and it just like eats up all of your natural oils and stuff like that. But I don't know. It would, I mean, it would last, you know, if I crocheted with it, it would last, this reaction, like the swollenness, whatever, would last for a long time. And I'm like, this isn't really worth it to me. I still have some just because I know there are some things that require it, or, you know, friends and family have special requests, and I usually just wear latex gloves while I crochet with it, and I cut all the little fingers off, which isn't the most efficient, crocheting with the latex gloves on, but, you know, you do what you gotta do. And that is definitely what I need to do, because I can't handle it. I can't handle it. Okay. Is this guy? He needs like one more row. That looks nice. So many. I'm gonna have so many. Zaylin says, same, I recently just sold all my velvets on Marketplace. Nice. I hope that you got a good deal, or that you got, you know, some of your money back. Selling used yarn is something that I haven't done before. And I know, you know, even if it wasn't used, but like the fact that it wasn't from the store, people expect kind of like a bigger discount. So I hope that you got some money back and it was worth it for you. Sorry, I'm struggling with words because I'm struggling with this guy. There we go. I am crocheting some axolotls right now. I have all of their bodies made. There's just this little extra tail detail, this little bit, that I have to crochet on all of them. And so I saved them to do live because they don't require counting or anything like that. So that I could do it live and then be able to be like a chatty person. So I'm making axolotls. And then Babs asks, oh no, I'm sorry. Babs said that they are doing Crochet Grove's reindeer, and they also finished 2 whips. That's awesome. Zaylin says, probably not the best deal, but it's going to a crocheter who's just starting out. So now that, yeah, that's very nice. That's very nice. I always appreciated it as a beginner when like seasoned crocheters would like give me some of their yarn, or, you know, whatever, or be like, oh, hey, like, do you want this? Blah, 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 blah. You know, whatever. I have to take a sip. It's already been 40 minutes. How has it already been 40 minutes? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've crocheted 7 in 45 minutes. I am not averaging 5 minutes anymore. That sucks. But whatever. Tarsh says, or asks, what do I think of Premier Basics compared to Bernat Blanket? I wish, I have some Premier Basics. I ordered some because they have some really nice browns. I just, I'm not a bad person for not wanting to pay shipping. I just hate paying for shipping. So I don't order from Premier a lot, but I know people like swear by Premier stuff. I've definitely used it before. I'll use it again. I really, really like having the ability to touch the yarn before I actually purchase it. And so ordering any yarn online is not my preferred method of yarn shopping. which is why I don't always love Premier. Especially when they like release a new kind of yarn. Like, I need to know what I'm getting. So I really like it. I love that it's compatible with Bernat. I would say it's not my go-to because I can't get it locally. But if it was like free shipping, yeah, I'd probably be getting more of it. I probably would be getting more of it. But I'm too cheap to pay for shipping. And that's so bad. I'm reading, sorry. Tarsh says, I just got a mini Pokemon tester. Oh my gosh, are you hosting a pattern test? Is that what you mean? You're chatting at the same time, right? Zaylin says, I personally enjoy Premier Basic. I like how vibrant the colors are. Fair, yeah. Zaylin says, it is really disappointing though when I order a chenille yarn and it's super dry. See, that's why I am an in-store purchasing yarn girly. I want to feel it. Even when I do like store pickups, I always get burned because the employee just like grabs the first one and it's not nice. And I'm like, no. But yeah, I like to go in person for sure. Some people love like Premier's like chenille stuff. I don't. The only kind that I do like of theirs is their, oh, sorry, I'm yawning, is their Stash Buster, but like their Premier Basics Chunky, or I don't know what it is, but it's like everybody's favorite thing. I don't like it. I ordered it, hated it. I still probably have it. I just used it to make a bunch of crabs because I ended up getting like red and blue. I think it was around like the holiday season, so I got like kind of more holiday colors, which luckily is some of what crab colors are. But I like their blanket line. Yeah. I think I need to do one more on this guy, and then he will be good to go. There we go. Yes. Yes. Tarsh says, I got Premier from the States before Christmas and it was here within 2 weeks. Oh, that's nice. Hi, Sophia from Brazil. Hello from not Brazil. Hello from Minnesota. Is it your guys' summer season there? I feel like it's always opposite of what I think. Because I remember like when I would go to Peru and Costa Rica, we went in May and that was like their fall season. And their like summer season had just ended. If I'm correct. I could be wrong. Tarsh says shipping doubles the price, but it still works out cheaper than buying it here, right? That's what I was wondering. Babs says, I've ordered Bernat from Amazon and got it from my local Walmart. Michael's too, but they are more expensive. Yeah, my Walmart carries some Bernat. Thankfully, it's like white, cream, and black, and so I can get it for like $9.98 instead of the $12.99 or whatever at Michael's. And I also feel like Michael's does not run as many yarn sales as frickin' Joann's used to. So I'm mad, and they don't send out emails as much either telling me when it's on sale. So then I'll go there, and it's never on sale. And it makes me sad. J&A, Hopeful Acres, hello, happy Thursday, wants to know if I've ever used the Azil Veluto yarn. I have to Google that. I feel like I've heard the name, but it could just be like I know the name and not that I've used it. Velluto. Oh, no, I have never used it. It looks nice. Oh, I really like their pistachio green. Oh my. You might get me hooked on a new yarn to try. I'm lowering this down because I feel like I'm slouching now. The green is incredible. I also like caramel hair, except for the fact that it's called caramel hair. Oh, this is a chenille one. I don't know if you were talking chenille. Oh my gosh, I need to stop yawning. I'm like, it's not even 6. I usually don't yawn before 6. It's because I'm talking so much and my body is like, I need air. Let me see, I'm trying to look at this yarn. Yeah, that looks like nice yarn. I don't think I've ever tried it though. Zaylent says, Parfait Chunky is barely a 6 weight, but the plush line is similar to Michael Sweet Snuggles LTR. Okay. Matavera, that's a pretty name. Yeah, R.I.P. Joanne's. Oh, that's really smart. Yeah, Michael's doesn't have to have those sales because there's no competition. Ugh. Hi, Alex. Happy Thursday. Right, J&A. I think that it looks really nice, and now I really want some. And I shouldn't, but I really do. They even have some on Etsy, which is, I don't know. Nobody posted any. Ooh, any pictures of it. But that pistachio green, I really like it. I really like the pistachio green. Did you get the chenille? Is that what we're talking about? The chenille yarn. Let me look at it. Oh. Oh, that one looks weird. We're, hi Lorraine. We are talking, Elise Veluto. I feel like I said that wrong. Probably did. Oh, that one's fuzzy. I don't need to be buying more yarn is the issue. But now I'm like, I really like the brown and I really like the pistachio. I love the blues. The blues? Let me see. I like the browns. I like the brown. Ah, Himalayan baby dolphin. I know of them. I know of them. Or Himalaya. I'm sorry. My bad. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. I really like the brown. I want somebody to have reviewed it and sent a picture in. Because I always, you know, they always choose like the best looking one for their pictures. You know? They always choose the best one for the pictures. And I want to see what they're actually sending out. Yeah, I was wondering how much is in it. It doesn't say. Why can't I see? Yeah. Tell me how many ounces. Oh, yarn features. You get 100 grams. So it's a third of Bernat Blanket. And it's about, it's a little bit more than a third of the cost for Bernat Blanket. But they have a beautiful dark brown. But they have a beautiful dark brown. 75? Am I looking at the wrong thing? Oh yeah, 75 yards. I was looking at grams. I like to use the grams for weight, since that's what I use for pricing. I've developed an accent that's changing somehow. I really like the orange. I mean, the orange? Ugh. The green color. I love me a good green. A good pistachio green. You know? I really like that. And the dark brown. They seriously, like, if Bernat could nail their greens and dark browns, or just their browns, I'd be so happy. Like, I wouldn't have to go and try other different freaking yarns if they just made greens and browns. Like, hire me and I will tell you, I'll tell you for free what greens and browns you need. I need greens and browns. Especially since they took away their one dark brown. Like, why? Why did you stop making that one? Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Okay. That's looking better. Oh, 25 for a 3-pack on Amazon. You use gram and kilograms here. What do you, J&A, what do you plan to make with them? I love getting, like, a whole bunch of new yarn. It's, like, my favorite thing ever. I love doing it after a market. But after this market that I had, I'm being good, because I have to start paying back student loans. Lame. Lame, I don't want to. You can't make me. You can make me. They can definitely make me. And I will. I just don't want to. I want my education to be free like it should be. But hey. At least we have free healthcare. Oh, wait. We don't. We're on to our second to last axolotl, though, which is kind of crazy. Right, all the good greens and browns are sold out, or they're like the icky texture. My favorite thing to crochet? I really, 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 really enjoy making turtles. I think they're one of my favorite things to do. They're no-sew, but like they look detailed. I have the pattern memorized. And there's so many different fun color combinations that you can do. And so I always usually say turtles. Sometimes, though, I do get a little bit burnt out because I make a lot of them because they usually sell well. But I would say mostly turtles. are my favorite. Because this axolotl is making me angry. Why are you doing this to me? Don't do this to me. But that is another one complete. A long boy. Have you guys seen the movie Longlegs? Ugh. I have not, and I'm too scared. I'm too scared. Oh, JNA says with the new yarn, they want to make snugglers, dolls, and Halloween plushies, and then Christmas stuff. Love. Poppy the Frog. Is that from something? I feel like that's from something. Obviously it is. It has a name. Come to New Zealand. Healthcare is free. I know, but yarn is expensive. Also, my family lives here, so I guess. I've had a heart transplant even, and that was free. Damn. Bella, I have a Halloween market coming up, and I've really been wanting to crochet some, like, horror movie characters. I just haven't gotten to it yet, but Ghostface is a very good idea. I will definitely think of doing that for sure. Babs just finished Alice Crochet's Fruit Hat Cow, and did it with a pumpkin hat. That's so cute. That's so cute. Perfect for Halloween. It's Halloween. I love bats. No, what does it say? I freaking love bats. Happy Halloween. I can't think of the audio of that little girl. Our very last one, which is kind of crazy. But I think that's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 39, 10. Yeah, our 10th axolotl. Which means I was going to try and do the math to see how many minutes it would take me to do each one, but I started getting too chatty, and then that one was just giving me so many issues. I don't understand why. That one took me like 3 tries, I swear. And usually I don't have that many issues with these guys, because I like to make them, and I make them a lot, but something happened to that one, and he was not liking me. That's okay. Not everybody has to like me, I guess. But they should, when they're a plushie that crocheted. They should be nice to me. He just did not want to have a tail. Okay. Hyper focus mode. Making sure this guy's tail is looking nice. I think it is. Can you hear his eyes scratching against my desk? It's not the prettiest sound, that's for sure. Okay. Okay. There we go. You guys don't do Halloween? Lame. I love Halloween. I know, I'm super sad. One of my orchestras that I'm playing in as rehearsal on Halloween. Oh, why are we having rehearsal on Halloween? Are you kidding me? Rehearsal on Halloween? I'm not going. And I don't think I am, because it's a community one, or I'm a community member in it. It's like a school one, but I'm a community member playing in it. I'm like, screw that. I'm not going. I, for one, hate driving on Halloween because everybody's crazy. and it's a Friday Halloween, I'm handing out candy. I don't want to go to rehearsal. Although our rehearsal ends at 5, I'm like, by the time I get home, it'll be probably like freaking 6:30 because everybody drives crazy on Halloween and rush hour. I'm like, no, I want to stay home and do fun Halloween things. But I've been watching some sort of scary-ish, Halloween-y-ish movies. I watched Coraline with my parents, and they were both like, and then I watched Sinners with my dad, and then after that, I immediately watched the new Nosferatu movie. And so I've been like getting into the spooky stuff. And I'm like, I want to have fun Halloween. I want to carve pumpkins and do all the things and hand out candy to the little children. I don't want to go to rehearsal. Although maybe because I'm a community member, it could be like fun and I could like dress up. But I don't want to. And like, I don't want to leave my house on Halloween. I hate driving in the dark, like in my development during Halloween night. It's crazy. The children do not look both ways. I drive like 15 miles an hour, like, I don't want it. I don't want it. We finished the last one. Look at him. I think he's nicer than the other pink one. He gets a little twisted. They just get a little twisted. A little twisty. But you know what? In nature, they're not perfect either. But yay. That was very productive. We just finished 10 axolotls, which is like a lot of money for my next market. Also, sorry. Bob said, my whips today was embroidering the faces on 2 little bears. Those are from H. Lean. Yeah, inspired. It's one of my favorite bear patterns for babies. Cute. Lorraine, I agree. No Halloween. Deal breaker. Tarsh says, I want candy. Yeah. Halloween is the best. It's so fun. No Halloween and Thanksgiving. Yeah, I mean, I understand why Thanksgiving isn't a thing. I'm not a big, Thanksgiving celebrator as, well, you know, what, the holiday itself isn't maybe the most culturally sensitive thing. I just realized that there's yarn stuck in this. It's the lid to the thing that holds, all my needles. And there's pieces of yarn stuck in it. Oh, that's bothering me. Get out. Get out. I have a little thing that holds my needles. Bob's is having ice cream. I want ice cream. You guys call fall autumn here? Yeah, that's, yeah. We are in spring here, and I can't wait for summer. Ooh, that's fun. Your Christmas is in summer. Right. I remember that because, again, when I went to Peru and Costa Rica, I went during their, like, fall and autumn or whatever, because they had just had summer. That's kind of odd. Like, being from Minnesota, like, I'm used, like, we have, for the most part, all 4 seasons. And so when people, like, I even think it's weird, like, when people live in Florida and it's, like, hot. Like, it's still, like, winter-ish for them there. But, like, when it's hot there, and they're like, it's Christmas, let it snow. Where? You're in Florida. It's hot. But maybe that's just me. Let me do a little bit of digging. Because I finished everything I wanted to finish. But what? Ah, these are 10mm eyes. Okay, we can add some eyes to some chickens. Right? Like, yeah. I don't know, like, it's been thrown out in our family as well to, like, travel during Christmas and go somewhere tropical, and I'm like, does it even feel like, you know, Christmas time, whatever, right? He's wearing, like, a Speedo, I swear, my gosh. No thank you. Those reindeer are dying of heat stroke. I should probably delete my little pinned comment, because that's what I was working on, but not what I'm working on anymore. How do I do this? Things are so difficult for me. They're not. Unpin. There we go. I know how to do things. Up next, since we were so productive, I think I'm gonna toss this over here. We can work on some chickens. Ta-da! I have been crocheting a lot of chickens. Well, chicken bodies. I think I only have, unfortunately, I feel like I could make more, but at the same time, do I want to? Or should I go through and add on their eyes, and then go through and add on their beaks? I think I'm going to add their eyes. I think that's smart. And then I can see actually how many I have, because, like, it looks like a lot, but sometimes it's not a lot. Considering I sold, spoiler alert, a lot at my market this weekend, which is a great thing to do. I love selling a lot of one thing. I love selling things. Ooh, these eyes, get in there, stay. So I mean, you know. Why did they have to separate the washers from the safety eye? This is sacrilegious. I'm using my yarn scissor to cut plastic, which is like illegal in my book, but I have to. For me, chickens are hit or miss, for sure. But when they hit, you know, like at the market this Saturday, they were a huge hit. So, yeah. And I also think the display that I use for them also just kind of like is really fun. So even if people don't buy them, I mean, obviously I'd prefer that they purchase them. But even if they don't buy them, it is something that I can like use to talk to people or to like get people's attention. So I think they're still useful for me, even if they're maybe not one of my best sellers all the time. But at this market, they were one of my best sellers. So I'm making more. Also at the market, I was just crocheting the bodies. So, you know, it all works out. I love having patterns like these kind of chickens that you can crochet like out and about, and you don't need stuffing or safety eyes. I think that that's something that is really a valuable thing to have for like a pattern, is the ability to crochet it on the go. And so I love the chickens because they allow me to do that. Babs, I am in Minnesota. I am in Minnesota. Just let Canada take me, for real. I will happily join Canada, but apparently not. So I wish. Canada, if you're listening, take me. Canada, take me, please. Okay. Sorry, I was like trying to look. I like putting their eyes on as well. I think they're really funny when their eyes are kind of closer together. It kind of just makes them look a little bit more silly. And then, of course, you know, he's folded up in half. My creaky chair. That drives me crazy. In every single video of mine. But I do nothing to fix it. Maybe I shouldn't complain then. Oh! I almost just dropped this eye. That would be very sad. Okay. There we go. There we go. I'm figuring things out. Yarn is much cheaper. Oh, wait, no. Yarn is much cheaper because of the exchange in Canada. Nice. Lorraine! We're all just gonna move to Canada. Love it! Who was I talking to? I was talking to Rainbow Craft Collective, and she was saying that she wants to make like a little oh, how did she say it? A crochet commune with like everybody, and I'm like, that would be so fun. It would be so fun. Where we all just crochet together. Ugh. I guess though, like doing markets, the competition would be fierce because everybody would be there if we all lived on a little crochet commune. But it would be so fun, and we'd have so much inventory. Hi, TX2 fan. Happy Thursday. Tarsha's friend is Canadian, or is in Canada. I'm sorry, not Canadian. Hi. Right? It would be so fun. It would be so fun. We all, like, we could do a market and we could all pitch into the inventory and then use it to pay and get, like, some sheep. So then we can get people to make our own yarn. Like, hello. Although I don't use natural fiber yarn. I don't use natural fiber yarn, unfortunately. I use like a yarn. But still, wouldn't that be so cute? It'd be so cute. I'm having an issue with this chicken's eye. It's giving me a hard time. Okay. I think that looks right. We're going to call it right. We're calling it good, my friends. We're calling it good. Oh my goodness, it is early for you in the UK. My goodness. Hi, Selena's Crochet. Hi from Canada. From Canada. It's funny how you pronounce the R in my name. Yeah. How do you say Tash? I'd say Tash. I was going to say, yeah, is the R silent? I do not know. Educate me. I try and tell people, I'm like, if I say your name wrong, tell me. Because I just say people's names for what they're written, and some people are like, no. Can I be honest, though? When I first read it, I almost thought the name was Trash, and I was like, I'm not saying that. I am not saying that. There was a different person who came in, I don't know if it was last live or whatever, but their name was like Garbage something. And I was like, what? Your name is Garbage? I'm like, I don't want to call you that. That seems so mean. Okay, wait. T and S-H, LOL. T-R-S-H. Sharsh? Sharsh? Sharsh. The R is not silent. Sharsh. OMG, I get that all the time. Yeah, because I had to, like, do a double take, and I'm like, wait, that's not right. I mean, maybe it is, because there was a person who was named Garbage that was coming in here. Or, I mean, that was, like, their username. I was like, let me double check this. Just in case. I don't want to offend people. But did I say it right with Sharsh? Sharsh? Sharsh. Autocorrect always to trash. There's a thing, if you have iPhone, I know if you have an iPhone, there's a thing that you can do that like overrides. I don't know if it overrides autocorrect. Yeah, I think it does. And you can, oh no. I was going to say, it can override it and then it will auto change it if autocorrect changes it too. TX2 says, when I went to school, my teacher asked me how to spell my name. I had it for like 2 weeks. Oh, that you had for 2 weeks. It's not that hard to say. No. If it's not Danny or Danny, then what's the phonetic spelling of it? Because I almost said Danny. In fact, I did. I really did say it. So I'm sorry if that's wrong. I'm waiting for you to tell me the phonetic spelling. I feel like phonetically spelling my name is weird as well. Because it's like, and no. It's spelled D-A-N-N-I, but she would spell it D-A-N-Y. Oh, so she was just spelling it wrong, not that she was pronouncing it wrong? Is that what it was? I always joke with all of my teachers that, or anybody that I meet who asks how I want my name pronounced, that the Frozen movie, that Frozen ruined my life, because before everybody would always know how to pronounce my name right away. They knew that it was Anna, and now because of Frozen, they always ask, is it Anna or Anna? And I'm like, no, it's not Anna. But yeah, funny. Goodness. Oh, wait, I did this wrong. Because I should be right here. Uh-oh. Get in there. Oh my goodness. Dude, we're being so productive right now. Like, I finished 10 axolotls. And I'm getting all of the eyes on my little chickens. Like, this is great. My teacher once called me Daniel, not even close to Danny. No. Like, I could see Danny being a nickname for Daniel, but if that's not... No. I get a lot of people, or I would have a lot of teachers in like elementary school call me Anna Banana. And at the time I didn't even like bananas, so like, I mean, I wasn't annoyed, but I was just like, okay. And there was one teacher that I really didn't like, and he called me that all the time, and so then I think I was just like, because I didn't like him. Hooks and Heart says, my name is Jamie, but when I was younger, I wanted to change my name to Winfred. I think it's Winfred, or maybe it's Winifred. Okay, wait, I have to listen to the voice message on my computer. Where is it? Give it to me. Oh, yeah, I did message you. I think our accents are just so different, yeah. to Ash. Tash. Tash. I'm listening to it again. Tash. To Ash. I can't. I'm trying. Tash. Tash. I love the, it's pronounced Tash. Yeah, I always don't, I usually don't think I have, like, an accent, but then I go and travel anywhere, and people are like, oh, you're from Minnesota, or some people be like, oh, are you from Canada, and I'm like, yeah. I do have a TikTok, Danny. I, have just started posting more, crochet stuff over there. I usually just go on to post, and then I have like 3 friends that send me TikToks. So I'm not on there a lot, but I do post occasionally. Well, as much as I like post shorts on here, I guess. Tash. 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 It's like, it's not Tash. It's Tash. It's more of a, I'm learning. Maybe. Hi, Selena. So, Selena, I say. It's because now I can't say the A the right way. Now I'm like, Selena, Tash. Hi, Selena. I hope you're doing well. Is it Selena? Is your name Selena and it's just Selena's Crochet because it's possessive, or is it Selena's? Because I also want to make sure I'm saying your name right, too. Or should I just call you Selena's Crochet? But that's long to say. Okay, I'm watching this because I use my laptop and now it's replaying the same reel over and over again. Stop. Stop it. Chickens. They don't really look like chickens right now. But they will eventually. This is the viral Mabel chicken pattern by Oaken Marlowe. Yes, by Oaken Marlowe. I don't know why that was difficult for me, but it was. It's time to be real. It is Selena. Okay, cool. Danny says, once in school, my teacher heard that I had a lisp and I couldn't speak properly. And my teacher kept trying to get me to say my name. I don't know how to say it without saying, oh! Oopsies. Oopsies! Mastosh. Mastosh. That's kind of funny. And you're like, I can't say that. They're like, say it. I was fortunate and I never like had to get braces or anything. So I never had a lisp naturally, and I never had braces because I know I think braces definitely can make it like, it can make people more susceptible to like having a lisp, I think. Selena is making a crochet ghost for Halloween, except Tash. Tash. She'll like make a weird face when I say it. Tash. Tash doesn't celebrate Halloween in New Zealand, which is crazy. Maybe. Ah, the retainer. Okay. I just knew that, like, I had a friend or somebody who either had, like, the braces or, like, the retain, whatever, and, like, they kind of got a little lispy sometimes. Also, whoever, like, made the word lisp be that for, like, what it is so evil. I feel like that's, like, a hard word to say. And then if you have a lisp, that makes it harder to say. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But I'm like, that's not very nice. My Alexa heard me say it and said it. Funny. Okay. I know sometimes we have Google Home, and sometimes Google Home creeps me out. She is listening all the time. All the time. And I get, like, that's what, I wonder if she's going off right now. Google Home does. But, like, there's sometimes where I don't even say anything remotely close. And I'm like, ugh. And then she'll just talk, and I'm like, I should get rid of Google Home. For all the terrible things that I say, I should get rid of it. I should get rid of it really bad. Hooks and Heart, who are some of the creators that you enjoy watching on YouTube? Oh, let me look. I've been kind of bad, and I haven't been watching, like, crochet YouTube for a while. Because sometimes, how do I say this nicely? Sometimes people on crochet YouTube bother me. And I guess, I mean, I can say that matter-of-factly. Sometimes they bother me. I think a lot of people bother me. Uh-oh. Stay. Stop falling. I give up. Sometimes they bother me because they're too perfect. And I can't handle that. And everything is perfect and beautiful. And I'm like, oh, make me laugh or something. Which is mean. But there's some that I like, but I don't know. I like Sammy. They're just called Sammy. As I have the hiccups really badly. Let me look at who I'm subscribed to. Oh, I like Archery Corner. They don't crochet, but they do punch needle art, and I think that's kind of fun. I really like Complicated Knots, especially their Pokemon thing. I love Cheyenne Barton. They are a artist based in Washington. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up on the chat. I couldn't pronounce cinnamon properly, so I would say Simon. Hi Fairy, happy Thursday. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you are having a great day. Tash. Every time I see your name, I'm just gonna practice saying it. Tash. Tash. I have to like Tash. Tash. I don't know. Maybe I'm saying it wrong already. Sammy from Australia. I don't know where she's from. I haven't watched a lot of crochet people for a while. Hooks and Heart says, yes! I'm tired of the perfect content creators. I love watching your videos while I'm market prepping. Your voice is soothing to me. Shrug. I love that. And thank you very much. I try and be the entertainment that I want. I cannot tell if Sammy is from Australia, so sorry. I like Katie being creative. I've talked to her some on Instagram, and so then I'm like, this is so cool. But, I like Elise Rose Crochet, of course, who doesn't? Tiffany Wang, I haven't watched her stuff recently, but, I like her art and her vibes. Yeah. That's who I like. Recently though, I've been watching, like re-uploaded Twitch streams of people playing Peak. And I think it's just hilarious and super cute. I find it really entertaining. to like watch people play, because, you know, when I crochet I don't have to always look at my hands, and so I enjoy watching people like play video games and things like that sometimes. I think that that's fun, but, you know, maybe that's just me. But also thank you, Hooks and Heart, for all the kind words. I try and not be that person, also because I'm just not that person. Like, my office space is crazy. It's like half of a little project room that my mom and I share, and I don't have all the aesthetic stuff. I don't have an amazing camera. I like to say that I'm a type C person. I'm a very organized person, but sometimes it's an organized chaos. And so, like, I know where things are, but it maybe doesn't look the prettiest. You know. But yeah. Right? I thought it was trash too. I almost said it, but then I caught myself. Thankfully. Otherwise, Tash. I have to go back and listen to it again, because it's going to bother me. Tash. Tash. I have to, steal your accent to say it. Tash. Tash. I thought that it was trash as well. It's not. There was somebody named Garbage, though, and I was like, do you really want me to call you that? And they were like, yeah, it's my username. Okay. There was somebody else who came in, and they had, like, a really... I don't even know how to explain the username they had without saying it, but I don't really want to say it, because I feel like that's what they want people to say. They had an interesting username that I did not want to say. Anyways. Tash says, I like Granny Crochet, but their vlogs are chaotic and I can't watch. Granny Crochet. I have to stalk them. Lovingly, I have to stalk them. It's all tutorials. I don't want that. I want people. I want people. Oh my gosh. I need to stop yawning. TX2fan. My TikTok is miss.anna.crochet, because Miss A Crochet was taken on TikTok. I really don't have that many followers, and it's all the stuff that I post here as well. Bye, Danny. I hope you have a great rest of your day or night or evening or life. I don't know. Rose, hold on, sorry, I just broke this piece of yarn. I just finished making assembling a bunch of axolotls. We finished 10, and now I just went through and added all of these eyes, and now I'm adding all of these little beaks to some Mabel chickens by Oaken Marlowe. No, I get it though, for real. Like, I mean, my name isn't hard to pronounce, but I know like how important it is for people to pronounce your name right. You know, I mean, like, it's your name. Also, I think it's fun to try and have your accent. Dash. I have to like say for the first part that you said, it's pronounced Tash. It's pronounced Tash. I don't know, I love it. I love hearing different accents and things like that. I always am like, I don't have an accent. And people are like, yeah, you know. Hi, Crochet Diva. Oh my goodness. Hello. How are you? Happy Thursday. Let me look. Let me see. There we go. Rose says, beautiful work. I just started crocheting. Any tips? First of all, thank you very much. If you're just starting out, like you can't do the things, like if you can't even single crochet or do things like that, I recommend getting a crochet book to learn from. I would always find myself frustrated at the videos because they go too freaking fast or way too slow for my liking. And so with a book, you can go at your own pace. If you're comfortable crocheting and you're like, yeah, okay, I know how to do that, and you want to get into amigurumi, that is where I do recommend using videos, because using videos can help you learn how to read patterns. You're saying you can do single crochet. So if I were you, yeah, I would keep practicing using single crochet, doing like different sorts of squares and rectangles and things. I crocheted a lot of stuff that I just never kept. I would just frog it and then start over once I made a mistake, so that I could get like my single crochet is really even. And then once you're comfortable with that, and like you're very comfortable with holding the crochet hook, which is something that you have to practice as well, I would then go and do a book or whatever. I mean, a lot of the books that I have used, well, the main book I used to teach myself had patterns and things like that. And, you know, you can make some, sometimes they're kind of like lame projects, but you can make easier things, especially if it's from a beginner book. And, sorry, my thing is dying. Stop dying. Don't do this to me. There we go. There we go. Okay, wait. Okay, why is this doing this? Sleep. Anyways. Using, books and making, like, really easy things. And then if you want to get into amigurumi, videos are good for that, I think. Don't give up when the magic ring is really, really difficult to learn. You can change the speed of the video on YouTube too. I just think, like, I don't know, pacing wise, I think it's hard. Like, I don't know. You know, I feel like everybody, like, explains things differently. Everybody learns things differently. And so maybe they, like, pacing is just so hard. Like, in person is great to teach somebody in person. The TikTok username is, here, I can put it in the chat. Where is it? Where am I? Who am I? TikTok username. Oh, I know I'm doing this wrong. There we go. There we go. Of course, no problem. I always, you know, want to help people get into crocheting. Hi, Fazzle. Is that how I say your name? Fazzle? Razzle Dazzle? That's kind of a fun username. There was one time, I think I was watching somebody actually stream live on Twitch, and he was like, hi, Miss Anna Crotches. Huh? Crotches? And he was like, wait, what? And I'm like, it's crochet. No, it's not crotches. It's not crotches. Oh, no. I'm never living that down, though. I was, like, mortified. I'm like, no. But it does make me feel better because, like, he was struggling with reading people's names, and he was, like, a big streamer-y guy, whoever the frick he was. I don't remember. And I don't remember what he was playing, either. But it was, I think it was Stardew Valley. I bet he was playing Stardew Valley. So it made me feel better. It makes me feel better now to like butcher people's names because this other guy did, and it was so bad. I'm like, why did you think my name would be Crotches? I get it, people have weird usernames, but not Crotches. No. Please. I had to be like, no. It's Crochet. I crochet. Oh, love it. Chickens! They don't really look like chickens. They look like weird little coin purses with faces. But you know, it'll eventually be a chicken. I'm making a lot of chickens. I think I should have counted, is what I should have done, and I didn't. But, you know, whatever. Hi, Cute and Cozy Co. You're not late at all. You're just in time. I hope you're doing well. Happy Thursday or Friday if you're in New Zealand. Right now I am sewing on some beaks to these chickens. Why did this child text me? Ugh. Sorry. Imagine he's watching the live. No. Sorry. Anyways. Thank you 2x2 fan. That was so hard for me. For following on TikTok. I really appreciate it. I post on TikTok mostly the same stuff that I post here. Doesn't do very well, but I'm also like I'm making content more like for Instagram and YouTube. Like I feel like TikTok content is different than what people do on Instagram and YouTube for sure. Oh yeah, Danny. I keep forgetting. I'm like, sometimes I remember there's Danny and we had that whole conversation. Cute and Cozy Co says, I'm about to make a micro crochet granny square to turn into magnets. That's kind of cute. Are you using like embroidery floss? There are some crazy people that can crochet with embroidery floss, and I'm wondering, are you one of those crazy people? Crazy in a nice term. Crazy impressive. Embroidery floss. Oh, I could never. No. I couldn't. I couldn't. Wait a second. Hold on. I have to double check something. On Saturday at 7. Okay, that's what he said. Okay, my bad. Hi, Muhammad. All the names are taking me out. I give up. Hello. Sorry. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. It's almost 1 a.m. in the UK. Go to sleep. Or don't. Cute and Cozy Co says, a local lady is opening up a yarn shop and I'm going to be a vendor and I figured this might appeal to other makers. Cute! That is so cute. That's gonna be super cute. When I was in San Francisco in June? I think it was June. I got a granny square, like, they made a granny square beaded earring. And so it's all beads that they, like, made into a sort of granny square design. So you could do the magnets. You could also do earrings. I think earrings could be really cute. Thank you so much, Jamaican Farming. I can read. A Clockwork Pineapple. I like your username. Good morning from Guam. I hope you're having a good day today. Thank you so much. Good evening from Minnesota. It is nighttime here. The sun is on its way to setting, which is very sad because it's getting dark way sooner out. I don't like that. I don't like it one bit. Sorry, I'm looking at this chicken. But it's getting dark so soon. Hello, Clockwork Pineapple, right? It's such a fun name. Danny says, I'm a bit sad because my girlfriend hasn't texted me about 5 to 6 days now, and she hasn't called me or anything. I'm really sad by it. Yeah, that is upsetting. I hope that you can get, you know, communicate with her and be like, hey, like, even if you're busy, can you just send me a text or, you know, to let me know if you're busy or whatever. I could see how that could be, you know, upsetting if before you guys were having a lot more communication than you are right now. So I'm sorry, that kind of sucks. We do have daylight savings and I hate it. I hate daylight savings. I hate it. Danny says they're gonna try and call her tomorrow morning. Don't know if she's gonna pick up. Maybe you, I was gonna say you could text her and be like, hey, like, I plan on calling you tomorrow just to give you a heads up. But then at the same time, do you really want to do that? I don't know. Relationships are weird. Relationships are weird. Hooks and Heart. Is it Arizona that doesn't do it? Or it's like, it's either Arizona or like Alabama that was just like, nope, we're not doing it. And I respect them for that because I hate it. I hate it. It sucks. I don't like it. It's pointless and dumb. And it makes me sad. I need the sunshine. At least though, like on the days that I do work, I'll hopefully, if I get the other job, but they haven't emailed me back, I get off at like 4-ish. It's 6:55 here in Minnesota. There's a state where it's split down the middle on whether they do daylight savings time or not. That's kind of crazy. I feel like all of the time stuff is already complicated, and then to like have to switch things around for like a couple months of the year is crazy. Like, I don't get how airlines do it. I don't know why they want to do it. I think it's dumb. We're 17 hours behind Tash. That's crazy. Northern Indiana is an hour behind us. I'm in the middle. Oh, I don't like that. Because, like, then if you want to go somewhere that's an hour away and then you look at when they close, it's actually then, like, an hour. No. No, I don't like it. I don't like it. Hi, I believe, would it be pronounced Sod? I could be saying it wrong. Happy Thursday. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing swell. Okay, we added eyes to all the chickens. We added beaks to all of the chickens. I don't really know what else. It has almost been 2 hours, which is kind of usually my limit. It is said? Okay, cool. It's Friday in the UK. Nice. Oh, I don't want it to be Friday tomorrow. I have so much stuff. I have a rehearsal, a performance, and then I have a rehearsal afterwards, like immediately afterwards, where I can't even stay and watch the other people. And then I am going to be going out with one of my friends, which I'm very excited about, but oh my gosh. I'm like, oh my gosh. Ugh. But, I mean, I'm doing what I love to do, which is performing and doing music, so I can't be that mad. It's just... ugh. Danny, I keep forgetting that it's Danny, says, I'm a bit sad because I can't sleep and my brother is a bit of a bully to me. Well, tell him to F off or something. No, I'm sure that when you guys are older, you guys will be fine. I know that my mom and her sister had, like, not big issues, but, like, issues until my aunt was, like, 17. So, you know, I think it just takes time, but that does suck. I'm sorry. Said, I have not crocheted a Palestine flag before, but I know there are a lot of people that have crocheted, I think it's watermelon, and I have one somewhere, but I was thinking of making some more and, like, having a sign that specifically was, like, a thing for Palestine or whatever, and then trying to figure out, like, some sort of thing where if, like, they sell, I could donate them. I haven't done that yet, because I'm trying to freaking figure out my my next market in, like, 16 days. But I definitely think that is a thing that I should try and do. It's Saturday tomorrow for Tash. I have to, like, to say your name, I'm sorry. And you're supposed to have a market. Oh, that's super fun. But it's raining. I don't think I've ever had a market canceled because of rain, but there was one, like, real local that I went to and participated in that rained a bit, but luckily I do have a tent. And so, like, my stuff was pretty okay. It was just, yeah, the rain kind of sucks sometimes. Thank you very much, said. Danny... Jeez. I'm sorry about that. That sounds kind of like a brother thing to do, which is unfortunate. But yeah, I'm sorry about that. That's no fun. That is no fun. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I can work on or crochet right now. Let me look at my stuff. Let me look. I'm trying to think of the other things that sold really well at my market this last Saturday, as I try not to yawn. I could make some groovy flower petals. That'd be easy to do while on live. They don't have to count very much. Like, that's the thing. There's a lot of things that I, like, could do, but to do them on live sometimes requires, like, a lot of attention. And that's difficult sometimes. Because, you know, oh my god, you gotta be entertaining too. I could also, I was gonna say I could also work on some of the fruit and vegetables and restocking those, but I don't really want to. I mean, I want to, but, you know, sometimes you don't. Sometimes I want to, but then I don't at the same time. I could make a horse. I've never made a course, I only have, I think, unicorn patterns because I got a custom order to do a unicorn. Said, I do not, I don't think I have any rabbit wool yarn. I think, isn't it called Angora? I mostly use, what they call blanket yarn. So, as it's like covered in fuzzies. So it's like really thick and it's made out of like, I think polyester. I could be wrong. I'm sure there are people here that will tell me I'm wrong. It's already 1 a.m. I know it's already 7 here and I'm like melting. A cat in a box, that's so cute. I should also crochet some cats as well. But that requires a lot of counting, which is not, I was gonna say it's not my strong suit. I can count. I just can't count and talk at the same time. There are some people though, I swear. Oh wait, no, I already have a flower that's this color. I'm not gonna do that. There are some people I've seen, or they've talked about it, how they can read and crochet at the same time. Crazy. Crazy. There are sometimes, like, I can't even, like, if I'm listening to music and I'm driving somewhere I don't know, I have to pause the music because I have to pay attention to driving. So to listen to an audiobook while crocheting, possibly counting at the same time, insane to me. I could do a frog. Question is, do I have the green? Maybe. I might just do a couple petals, then I might have to call it a night. Because it has been like 2 hours and my throat is dying. Says, I wish I could give you some of Turkey's most beautiful pure yarns. Oh my gosh, that's so sweet. That would be crazy. That would be incredible. I've never, there's only been like a rare, maybe like 3 occasions where I have spent money on very nice yarn. And I ended up, the first time I didn't know how to like unwind it from my hank. And so then I had to spend a long time untangling it. But I got some like mohair and I was gonna make a sweater and then it didn't work. That is next level sorcery, Lorraine says. I know. I don't know how people can do it. Hooks and Heart says, I wish I could read and crochet at the same time, or even walk and crochet at the same time. Yeah, I wish I could, but I can't for sure. Says rabbit wool is not polyester. Yes, I know that. It's I think it's Angora, right? The yarn that I like to use is polyester. I'm fairly certain. A frog with a top hat on. There is a frog pattern that I've been wanting to purchase, and it's a frog with there's a frog with a witch hat and like a little, or a wizard hat, I'm sorry, a wizard's hat on, and like a little cape, and it's very cute. 1, 2, 3. Oh wait, no. I messed up. Oh, Angora is a kind of sheep. See, I don't know things about like the natural fibers. I do not know things about the natural fibers. Cute and Cozy Co says, I think everyone's first time with a hank is a disaster. It was so bad, and I was so mad at myself because the yarn was like, I mean, it was expensive, rightfully so, but I was like, this is stupid expensive, and I'm ruining it. I was so mad at myself. And I got it untangled, and then I started working on the sweater, and I realized that I hated it, so yeah, still have it. 1, 2, 3. I cannot, for the life of me, do this. Is that what I want? Yeah. I think that's what I would like. The Wizard Frog! I still have my first nice yarn, and it's in a ball. In a ball? Oh, like you didn't untangle it? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's something happening. There's something happening. What I'm doing. Oh, thank you so much, Lorraine. I hope that you have a good rest of your day and a good weekend. I will be posting that Market vlog on Sunday, so do stay tuned. I feel like... Oh, I just haven't made anything with it yet. Got it. I feel like I missed something, though. Where? What did I miss? The Wizard Frog. Read Carlos's comment. Who? Where? I cannot read. Oh, no thanks, man. Anyways, by the way, thank you so much for hanging out. I forgot where I was doing and what I'm doing. Counting. I have to add my stitch marker to count. 2, 3, 4, 16. That is what I want. It is what I want. I did it the right way. I hope I don't have... I don't think I have a flower with this colored petals. I had a red one, which sold, spoiler alert. I have a purple one, a white one, and a different... Is it the same pink? Yeah, it's a different pink. Okay, we're fine. We're good. We're good. Good night, Danny. I hope that you have a good rest of your night and that you can sleep. And that you can figure things out with your girlfriend. Because I know, like, relationship stuff like that really sucks. But, you know, you'll figure it out. I have faith. I have to start over with this petal, and that's really sucks. Oh, I don't want to. I feel like I skipped a stitch, though. Hooks and Heart, thank you very much. I really like making the groovy flowers. They're one of my faves as well. I am making mistakes with this one left and right. I might have to make this flower and then ditch you all because my brain is not working the way it should be. I'm like, I don't know what things are. Okay. Eight. There we go. Of course, Tash. I had a super great time. I'm sorry it took me so long to figure out your name. Hi, Alicia from Perth, Australia. Oh my goodness. Does that mean that you're in the future like Tash is too? First micro granny score turned out. These will kill my hands. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. People that can do that stuff are wild. I'm jealous. But at the same time, I'm not. I don't hate myself enough to do that. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Sort of. Yes, you are from the future. Nice. I am definitely still in Thursday. Fair LMAO. Thing. Okay. Sometimes, like, I'll make jokes like that and people are like, oh my god, are you saying I hate myself? I'm like, no. It's a joke. So I'm glad that you got the joke. Alexis. Said, I do sell the plushies mostly in person. I have done a few like things online and like custom things like that, but I mostly sell them in person, and then I sell some of the patterns that I design online. Alicia, I know, I was like, Alexis. I'm like, oh, do they know each other and know that I'm saying the name wrong? Karen from the HOA. Hi, Karen from the HOA. Oh my gosh. That's really funny. Hi, the new Jelly Times. I hope I said your name right. Hello, happy Thursday, or maybe Friday if you're in the future. Congrats, Karen, right? I'm like, dang. Karen from the HOA. That's so funny. Thank you so much for subscribing. I have to lean forward. Shalinessa? Tell me if I said your name wrong. I always try and say them the right way. Thank you so much for subscribing, though. I really appreciate it. There should be a new video coming out Sunday, and it's going to be all about the market that I did last Saturday, the 27th. I don't know why that was difficult for me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I have one more row. I stopped because I like your energy. Whoa, Karen from the HOA likes my energy? Whoa. I thought she wouldn't like me. I'm from Minnesota, so I'm very close buddies with Canada. Even though I've only been once. Thank you very much for subscribing, New Delhi Times. Hi Said, sorry. I knew a guy named Sod, and so then I'm like, Sod? No. I keep miscounting. Okay. This is a decrease. This is a trial and error. What is a trial and error? Crocheting? Yeah. It is. It really is. Because I have to count. And it's not working. Oh. I was going to say, something meant happy, but I missed it. Okay. Okay. I'm figuring things out. I have officially made a petal. Wow. A flower petal. Wow. So fun. You're like, you were making axolotls before, you were making chickens, and now you're just making this. Said means happy. Oh, that's cute. It means I will see if I enjoy your lives. If not, I will unsubscribe and sue you for loss of time. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Oh my god. I really want to like zoom in on your profile picture too, because that's so funny. I've had a couple of friends like you before. I had a Harry Potter once. And I had some other real characters. Okay. Always have to make sure you start with the right amount of stitches, otherwise everything's gone. I really don't. I'm sorry. Is there a way that I can stalk you? No, I can't stalk you. This is very sad. I guess you don't know that I'm the famous YouTube troll Karen. Duh. Well, of course, duh. You're Karen from the HOA. Yeah, Karen is making jokes. She's trying to be funny. She's being funny. Or at least I think she's being funny. I know she's joking, though. It's okay. I once had somebody who was, like, being Harry Potter, and it was hilarious. He was, like, trying... I can't remember if he was... what he was saying. But he was spilling all about the other characters in Harry Potter. And I was like, whoa. It's the homeowners association. So it's like in a lot of developments or, like, you know, groups of houses or neighborhoods, there'll be a homeowners association, and they'll, like, set rules and things that people have to follow in order to, like, stay living in the community or, like, keep the community nice. So it's like a running joke that people that run the HOA are kind of, how do I say it? Like, they're very much like rule followers, rule makers. They really like to have things very neat and the way that they want them to be. And so, like, a common thing with, like, the HOA is that, like, people have to have, like, their lawn mowed and, like, all of their grass and their flowers and stuff looking nice. And so those people that, like, run the HOA, if somebody doesn't mow their lawn, they will... I don't really know what they'll do. I know that they'll probably, like, file some sort of, like, complaint to a board, or, you know, they'll tell the person that they have to mow their lawn and things like that. And so I'm assuming this person, I'm explaining their whole joke, and they're probably mad, is making fun of the people that do that. Because a lot of times their rules and things are very ridiculous. At least in my opinion. And yeah, Seth is very right. Every country has a different sense of humor. You're very right. They also have a lot of different, like, rules and things, and that, you know, people can make fun of. Like Karen from the HOA. And so she's being a little feisty, because that's kind of what people like her do. And I think it's funny. And I'm taking it as a joke. And maybe she's serious. I doubt it. I am 23. Yeah, no problem. I know, I kind of almost forgot what the HOA stands for, and then I'm like, it's the Homeowners Association. Ooh, 6. My stitch is getting stuck. Shoot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Thank you, Zed. Yeah, usually, people graduate, like, college and stuff when they're 22, but I decided to do an extra year and add another major, so I'm a little bit older than some of my friends, but it all works out. 1, 2. Okay, I do have the right amount of stitches. Sorry to anybody who's crocheting and you hear me counting. But you know how important it is to get the right amount of stitches right away. And I, for one, could not figure out how many I did. I'm not currently in any classes, but I really liked a lot of the sociology classes that I took in college. My favorite, I think, was medical sociology. No One Likes You When You're 23? What's this? Who's the song by? I don't know if I've heard it. Sed says, it's great to meet you because it's a great experience for my English exam. Ooh, nice. I've definitely heard of a lot of people using, like, TV shows and movies and things like that to learn, oh, my bad, other languages. You mean the students that I'm teaching. My bad. It is, it blank. Got it. I feel like I should have known that. Now that you said that, it makes sense. The students that I'm teaching are doing well. Right now we're primarily working out of Suzuki 1 and 2 books, which I was more expecting maybe 2 and 3, even though I think I was told 1 and 2. I don't know. But it's going well. I did have to kind of have a conversation with them. I had a conversation with everyone, and I was like, okay, when you're doing music lessons, a part of doing that is practicing outside of the lesson so that you can come to the next lesson prepared to work on new things. And everybody seemed super receptive of it. It's just, a conversation that you have to have as a private instructor, for musicians. But it went really well. So it's going well. It's a little weird working at a high school when you kind of look like you could still go to high school. But it's going well. I need to go now. It's been lovely chatting with you. I hope to catch you again. Much love to you, Tash. Thank you so much for putting up with me and my shenanigans. I had a great time talking and chatting with you. Thanks for stopping by. Valerie says, I want to crochet, but I can't. Why can't you? Are you left-handed? That does make things more difficult. Said, I did the exact same thing. I almost called her trash too, and then I was calling her Tarsh, which was not right either. And then she had to correct me. Cute and Cozy Co says, I took piano from age 6 to 18. Wish I kept practicing, can still play, but it's rough. I started with piano, and I started when I was in 4th grade, and I think I went until like my senior year of high school. And then it was COVID, and I was like, this isn't working. And I knew that I wanted to do violin. I liked violin more. But yeah, I do wish that I kept up with piano a bit more. But I didn't. That's great. Yeah, I'm really liking it. I applied to do a similar thing at a different school, sort of nearby, and I haven't heard back from them, and it's making me nervous. Somebody, what did I miss? Oh, Valerie says, I don't have money and it's expensive. Yeah, that's fair. I think, like, getting started, it can be a bit expensive, or just kind of feel like a lot because I guess, like, you don't know what you need to learn. If I were to make a recommendation, I would just say I learned with some like really like cheap $2 a skein cotton yarn and a hook and some like stitch markers, and so it wasn't like super expensive, but also like it was what I had asked for Christmas, and so I definitely like get the whole thing though. I get that. What does Tash mean? I do not know what Tash means. I should have asked her what her name meant. Maybe if I do another live and she's there, I can remember to ask her. Or, I mean, I can Google it, but my computer is dying. Okay. I think I'm going to do this last pedal and then head out because I need to take my dogs outside. They're probably like, let us out. I'm the only one home right now, and so I'm sure they're like, please Help us. But they'll be okay. Yeah. I just have to look at the time. Check the time. I guess we did though scare away Karen from the HOA. That's funny. I explained her joke and then she was mad. I'm kidding. I'm sure she just goes and jumps around. Lucky you, because I have dogs. I like them. I like them. I love my dogs very much. Yeah, I feel very fortunate. I didn't lose Karen. She's here with her lawyer. Oh my gosh. Are you gonna sue me for defamation? Please don't. Sad says they have a brand Oren Bayan. It's almost gonna say crochet. Interesting. So it's a yarn brand. Okay, that's cool. Alicia, is your family better? Last time I was here, they were sick. Oh yeah, last time they were sick. Yeah, we're all doing better. I actually ended up getting sick, like, starting not the 27th, like, not last Saturday, but the Saturday before that, after I was at a festival. And so then I was sick for, like, a week. I was like, ew. But now I'm doing better. My family is doing fine. And yeah, thanks for asking. I kind of forgot that I went live. Jeez. It's always, like, been, you know, I always go live whenever I can, which isn't always very often. But, you know, that works. It is a yarn brand. I thought so. Oren Bayan. Is that how you say it? I don't know what the is it an umlaut? Nah, maybe an umlaut is different. I'm glad you're all okay. Yeah, me too. I actually didn't get sick from them, which was crazy to me since I was stuck in the house with them that whole time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I can count. I didn't get sick from that, but then at that festival I did. But now I'm doing completely fine. As I choke on my saliva. Karen from the HOA is calling the White House administrator and having my citizenship revoked and having me sent to the streets of Mexico. Does this sound good? I mean, kind of. It kind of does. But then again, I should probably watch what I joke with online, because apparently what you say online or whatever they're using now against you, I don't get it. I don't get it. Sad says, get well soon to your family. Thank you very much. Alicia asked, is your yarn room insulated so you didn't get sick? I don't know. I definitely didn't, like, lock myself in my yarn room or anything like that. Yeah, Suri's listening for sure. Also, this is just, like, a live thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 petals. I'm dropping things. So I just assumed that I was gonna get sick because I didn't lock myself away from them, or they didn't, you know, quarantine or anything, and they didn't have COVID. They were fine. Cute and Cozy Co says they have amazing tacos. You'll be fine, right? Karen from the HOA. I don't have a brother. I'm an only child. I tell people that, and sometimes they go, oh yeah. And then other people are like, really? I don't know if I should be insulted or not, you know? Can you tell that I'm an only child? If so, what is it? Okay, this is the last petal because it's actually the last petal I have to make. I do not know how you say your name. I'm very sorry, but I appreciate your compliment. Yeah. Kashal. Y'all are making me really learn how to say names. I'm like, I can't even say other people's names. Rolando, I'm so sorry. I am really boring and I only speak English and I also know sign language. So, music. I see music. I love music. Yeah, Karen, why would it be Mexico? Enlighten us. I love that you were like, I'm going to the White House. Okay. Karen from the HOA has connections. She's got connections. Okay, I'm almost done with this, bro. Honey, they're shut down right now. Shut down? I do not know what is happening. So I am going to finish this row. Oh, the government. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Oh my gosh, I forgot. Ugh. I was living in my ignorant bliss. Oh, I forgot. Ugh. I forgot. I can't believe I forgot, to be honest. I was literally just talking to people about it today. Oh, that's the kind of brain I have. Stay in the bliss. I know. My goodness. Tell me about it. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Epic. We were super productive. Like, we were so productive. We finished 10 axolotls. Oh, as I drop them onto the floor. Like, look at all the stuff we finished. I hope you guys were productive as well. Or at least maybe relaxing. Maybe you wanted to relax. Look at all the things. We finished all 10 axolotls. They're taking over my desk. We finished, well, we didn't finish, I'm sorry. We added eyes and beaks to so many chickens. And then we just made 5 little flower petals. That was awesome. That was super productive. My voice is dying though. My gosh. So I am going to have to call it quits and hop off. I'm hoping, I think if all works out, I will be going live. I've been live for almost 2.5 hours now. So yeah. And for these I just had to crochet this part on, so it wasn't like, you know, whatever. But I think it was really productive. I will maybe be back on live on Saturday, like Saturday night for me. I could be wrong. Don't hold me to it, but stay tuned. If you liked the live, subscribe, or, you know, whatever. Turn on notifications. I don't really get how it all works. Whatever. But thank you all so much for hanging out with me and making this super fun and letting me be super productive and talk your ears off. But I am going to go now and chug some water. So, I will see you all eventually. You can't see them, these little guys. It's an axolotl. There we go. Okay, bye everybody. Thank you.